Hi, this is Kathi Quinn with Floriani. Floriani is a division of R&K Distributing, and I want to welcome you to this week's Project of the Week. Well, I've talked the last 2 or 3 weeks about all the new features. So now this week we're going to start and we're going to take features one at a time and go through our brand new features. We're going to start with the white work lace this week. This is such a fantastic feature. Lace is extremely difficult to do. You really have to understand how it's put together. Now, I could explain how it's put together, or better yet, if you go into our updates in the Floriani Club and go under what's new, DJ will give you a full, complete technical update and explain why we do what we do. He'll give you the reasons for all the specific stitches. But you know me, I'm all about the magic. So I want to talk about the magic of white work lace. I know it works. Floriani is phenomenal. When we create a tool, it's created with the OneClick Wonder. So for those of you that are technically minded and want to understand why everything's doing it the way it's done, why it was created, please visit DJ's videos. They are so in-depth. They give you all the reasons why. But on my side, let's do the OneClick Wonder. Now I'm going to turn my grid on just so you can see it. Now I'm going to create with artwork. I'm going to come to my artwork tool. I'm going to grab the line tool, and I've also put my grid. If I right mouse click along my ruler line, I have told it to snap to grid. Now the reason I did that is because then it's not incumbent upon me to get a straight line. It's going to be straight because it's going to snap to this grid, and you'll see what I mean. So I am going to start creating a shape. And we're not going to get real technical here. I'm just going to do left mouse click, left mouse click, left, 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 left. Come on over a couple. And then I think I'll stair step this up. Okay, so there I have not finished because I did not finish the shape. Don't you love it? Let's go ahead and finish this shape right there. I'm going to select the shape and I'm going to combine it so it is one shape. Now, with this shape selected, I'm going to grab it and I'm going to tell it I need you to be white work. So I'm going to click on it. And notice it has worked on my outline already. The minute I selected on white work, it did my outline. Now, notice now that my cursor has a little black dot on it. And this is kind of like when we put in angle lines when we're digitizing. It's the same thing. What makes this program so cool is that now I'm going to just drag across. Now notice, because I have in these nice grid lines, with snap to grid, I don't have to worry if I got them straight. They're going to snap to the grid, snap, snap. So when I'm doing something like this, I always utilize something as exciting as snap to grid. Now I'm going to come, and the cool thing about this is not only did this tool allow me to put in horizontal lines, but I can turn around and go ahead and put in my vertical lines. This is kind of a big deal. So if you didn't realize that, it is a big deal. Now you can come in and you can change. If I didn't like where a line was, I can move it around. Just so you know, you can change the lines. So I think right here, I'm good. I like what I've got here. So you can see I've got this white work. Now what I'll do is I'll right mouse click once, right mouse click twice, and it has created my white work. Now let's see what this does. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to put down my cut line. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to come with my scissors and I'm going to cut out, I'm going to stitch on, let's say I have a linen napkin. I'm going to hoop that napkin with Floriani's Wet and Gone. Just put them in the hoop together. I don't need Wet and Gone Tacky. I don't need Wet and Gone Fusible. Just Wet and Gone's fine. Now, once I do that, I'm going to come in and very carefully with a pair of scissors. And, you know, Darlene has created some scissors, Darlene Pollard, one of our educators, that have like a little ball on them. This is perfect for this type of stuff. I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut away the fabric right inside this line, not on the line, right inside it. But I am not cutting through my water-soluble stabilizer. You leave your Wet and Gone intact on the back. Now, once I've done that, the program's going to come in and it is going to tack down that edge of the fabric again. So it's all good. Now it's going to come around and it's going to do this nice little finish for me. Now what it's going to come and do is it's going to come in and create our lace lines, our white work. Now notice as I do this, it gave me the vertical and the horizontal lines. It builds it very nice and heavy. The reason is once you are finished with this and you rinse away your water soluble, you are going to need the stability of how this has been done. Now, I made kind of an odd shape. It doesn't matter what shape you make. But now I could take this shape and let's go ahead and copy paste. I'm just going to hit my copy paste down here on the bottom. And I'm going to take this and I could rotate it. Perhaps, there we go. And I could come in here and mimic, mock, whatever you want to call it. And I could put an initial in the middle here. I could do several things here. This is just fun. I could turn around and I could take these and do around the edge of a linen cuff. How nice would that be? I'm going to tell you, cut work is really beautiful. It is very elegant. It is an antique look, but it looks so good coming back. It even looks great on the bottom of a pair of jeans. So don't just limit this to linens, to napkins. Think ahead. Think of how cool it would look to put a border, a lacework border along the bottom of a pair of jeans, or inset down a jean jacket side. So there's lots that we can do with cut work. It's fun to do. It's easy to do because with Floriani, we've turned it into that magic one-click wonder. I don't have to repeat all the stitches as many times as they need, and I don't have to know how close the next stitch has to go over it to hold them and keep them bound so that these are the stability where you've cut the hole out of the fabric. So I hope you've enjoyed our cut work lesson. Play with it, enjoy it, and just remember, sky's the limit. Build your box with your artwork tool. So you'll always come in, you'll always build your shape. However you want to build your shape. And with snap to grid, you can't miss. So we've built our shape there. Now I've selected it and I've hit my white work lace. It's created. Now I get to come in and I get to put in those lines I was telling you about that are, again, look at how fast and easy because I have on snap to grid. I don't have to worry about my lines being crooked. Whoops, pulled that one up in the wrong place. There we go. Now let's come on up. Now there's a more traditional look. So now again, right mouse click, and now you have created your white work lace. So you can make any shape you like, put in your lines, enjoy. Use your creativity. You know what, and when you do these things and when you play with these and put them on things, send us pictures. Please send pictures in because we're excited to know and to show other people what your ideas are. Now I look forward to start watching. I know I keep telling you, but within the next month or so, you're going to start seeing the extended education club that you might be interested in, that I'm looking so forward to spending time with you in my embroidery room. So I hope you had a great week. I hope you love this feature and play with this feature. Next week, we'll look at another new feature. Have a great one. Good night.